Good everyone. I hope you guys have an amazing day. So what I'll do today, I'll be starting a new series on public sector solution. Now this is a an offering from Salesforce. Now obviously PSS is not really new. It's been there for the past couple of years, but the Salesforce is aggressively pushing for this product because this product is quite flexible when it comes to a lot of things government agencies can do. Obviously, this is for public sectors, right? So, as the name indicates, the main focus is to target government agencies. And second, Salesforce says that it is a lot of things are out of box, so which means that you don't have to custom build, which is great, right? Obviously, you don't have to custom build when you can get a lot of things out of box. Now, why do we need public sector solution, right? To begin with, you may wonder. Now, think about a scenario. If you're a government agencies, right? Now, obviously, government agencies have a lot of challenges, right? Now, for instance, I live in New Zealand. We Our population is around 5.2 million. We are not a big country, right? And we have a lot of government agencies, right? We have Health New Zealand, we have ACC, which is a accidental compensation care unit. Then we have Ministry of Primary Industries, we have Defence, we have Police and New Zealand Police, a lot of things, right? Now, all of these are government agencies. They are fairly good agencies. They're helping Kiwis with uh, with their problems whenever that happens. And so, but that being said, right, we all know, right? Depending upon the part of the world you're from, government agencies have responsibility to serve the citizens of the country. But at times, right, their systems are not very efficient because of the technology they used in the past, or because or maybe because of other bureaucracy, right? Now, one thing public sector solution uh, could help government agencies to digitize their platform, digitize a lot of their process to make sure that they are doing what they're supposed to do in a short span of time, right? For instance, if you are a saloon, right, who or a liquor store wanted to apply for, let's say, a liquor license, right, or a license for a hairdresser, right? If you're relying on a paper-based system, right, then it's kind of become very difficult, right? What you often have to do, you order it, you go to post office, for instance, you request for a form, you fill the form there, and you give it to someone at the counter, right? And you pay your fees, and they expect to hear back. Now, to expect to hear back, right, you often have to email them or call them, right? There is no, they might give you an ID, or kind of a, sorry, not an ID, order number, some kind of number, right? Which you can refer back. So, but you can't really check that, from anywhere, right? You sometimes you have to call the agency. Sometimes you have to wait 3-4 hours in a call. Sometimes you don't even get a response because of the high call volume. You might have experienced all those stuff, right? If you know what I'm talking about. Now, think about it. You have a portal, right, where you can submit the form by yourself and get that ID, and you can see the status of it, instantaneously, right? Just all you have to do is to log in there, right? And imagine the person who's looking after your case, right? Gets to get the notification the moment a case is uploaded, or a moment, let's say, um, you submitted an application form, right? And your case officer, who's looking after your application, kind of realize that you are supposed to provide your, let's say, an ID proof, and for some reason you missed that during an application, right? Now, if you're relying on an old system, they have to send you an email back. I have seen that because, 10 years ago, I remember, that's how they used to do in New Zealand, right? They used to send you an email, and then you have to post it back and kind of stuff, right? So think about the time it takes, right? And imagine instead, if you they can leave a feedback in your portal, right? So where you can log in and say, hey, case officer said, can you please upload your driving license or passport copy or whatever as a proof of ID. You can do that instantaneously, right? And the person, maybe the case officer, will get the email a notification to say, look, this guy has uploaded what he requested, and they can work on it, right? Otherwise, they have to wait 4 or 5 days when the courier will deliver their stuff and kind of know, right? So these are the challenges the public sector product offering from Salesforce will help address, right? Because obviously, if you are a government agency who wanted to digitize your platform, right, you don't want to invest millions of dollars to custom build it, even if you're using Salesforce, right? A lot of things you can do on Salesforce without public sector solution, but you need to build your own custom solution for that. You need to build your own custom data model. You need to build your own team who can build that, right? Now think about it. You don't have a big team. You don't have lot of money, and you want it to go fast. You have to the market. Now, public sector solution will help you with that, right? You can do a lot of out of box functionality. Even if you're an admin, you have a team of few admin people, they can still, launch this product, right, without doing much development. So that's the power of the public sector solution, right? You can go fast and secure, right? That's one thing. And so you can see that, and it's flexible and scalable. And so the public sector solution obviously comes with different module. So like license and permit, which I explained. Then you have inspection management. Let's say you run a restaurant, and if I'm a government agency who wanted to send someone to see if your restaurants are meeting New Zealand health and safety standards, so they can send someone to your restaurant to do an inspection, right? So you can have that or everything using your app. So when, let's say, when the inspector goes and verify your premise, right, they might have to look for some codes. So if they don't have any access to, obviously, to any information, they have to carry either, the laptop or a piece of paper. Now imagine you can access all this using a mobile phone, right, using a Salesforce app. How cool is that, right? And you can update the status back as well. And then you have a social program, benefit management, people who are on benefit or other stuff, right? You can manage that. Provider management, right? If you want to, this is very big for some businesses, right? Provider management. If your casegiver wants to look for the providers, which are suitable for your needs, they can do that using this, right? Because it's all integrated and connected. Then you have the case management, then grant making, employee experience. We're going to look at all of this stuff, right? So that's the whole point. And it's a great solution. It's a great product, in my opinion. A lot of out of box functionality you can do, right? I'm quite impressed with the functionality they give you out of box, because it's, you know, think about um, from a time management perspective, right? You don't really have to build a lot of things by yourself. It's all out of box, and you need to understand bit data model to see which one aligns with what, right? And use it. Yeah, it's always good to use out of box and get ready for the market, so that to serve your citizens, right? Like I said, it's for public sector, so the name indicates it's for public sector, right? Now, obviously, you must be asking, that's all great, right? How do we get this product? Or, in other words, how can I try this product, right? So, to do that, I'll put the link in the description below, so don't worry about that. You can go to these two options, right? And register for 30 days free trial. That's exactly what I've done. So I've registered for this one, public sector trial. And so here I am. Now I'll show you that if you go here, app launcher, and you can see a lot of stuff here, right? So you got public sector inspector management, Omni Studio, which is obviously part of it, business rule engine, you can see, grant making, benefit assistance, LPI, public sector learning app, employee service community, yada yada, right? A lot of stuff you have. So we're gonna look at that, right, over the course of time. So yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in this episode. Hope you guys have an amazing Friday. Adios.